What's going on, people? I hope everyone is having a great festive season. Welcome back to League M for another episode of Blues Unfiltered. This is my holiday series where I talk about just about anything, really. Just getting my unfiltered opinion, unedited or slightly edited opinion on anything and everything that's happening in the world of football. This episode, we're putting the greatest club in the world under the microscope. We're going to first begin touching on one individual whom we thought when he arrived at the club he was going to just set the league and the world of football ablaze. It is none other than Kylian Mbappé. Kylian Mbappe's arrival at Madrid was, the most anticipated transfer for years and years now, ever since he sort of burst into the scene at Monaco, got his move to PSG, and already raised the levels of the club, raised levels himself. We thought it would be inevitable that one day he would end up at Madrid, and that when that happens, it'll essentially be over for the league, over for the Champions League. Like, they were going to become this unstoppable force, and it hasn't really quite panned out like that, in my opinion, because time went by, years and years went by in the saga. Things happened. The players that were already there, the likes of Vinicius Jr., raised their levels as well, and dare I say, get to sit at the table with the likes of Kylian Mbappé. And now, when the move was said to be happening, confirmed, the conjecture now then changed, and now it is more of, where is he gonna play? Because Vinicius is on that left wing. He, as I said, sits on the same table as the likes of Kylian Mbappé, Rodrigo as well. All those three guys are left wingers. Rodrigo can play in the right, but we know his best position is in the left. And that would mean you get to play Kylian Mbappé in the middle, which is great, if you play FIFA or EAFC. So at Real Madrid, he finds himself playing mostly up front as the center forward, and that is not really his position. You can really tell that he's struggling. You can really tell that this is not his favorite position, mainly due to the fact that he doesn't really have the know-how to play this position, especially with work off the ball, his movement off the ball. Whenever the team is in possession as well, he does not make the runs that a center forward would make. Jude Bellingham in some games would find himself having to make those runs, especially into the box, crashing the box, and it has just been that kind of struggle. But initially, in his first game, which was against Atalanta, we saw that the three of them were sort of interchanging positions. It was, a bit more fluid, like the Chelsea side of 2021 that won the Champions League. That front three, how they were operating, it was much more similar. And I thought, okay, he'll be fine as long as they keep on doing that. But games went by and we see them not doing that. Here and there they struggle. And another thing that we have realized about the boys, that with a team like Real Madrid playing under Carlo Ancelotti, whom his approach to the game is very much a laissez-faire style of management. The way he sets up his teams, he sets them up in such a way that the players on the pitch have to provide the solutions. They have to find a way to win. And with that, you need a lot of intelligent players in the team, a lot of players who have technique. And the one thing that we learned about the boy is that he has very little technique. His skill set is very limited, and opponents are very privy to that. One thing that we should realize is that it doesn't always happen, no matter how great you are, how great you've been. Your come up was so amazing that we think that this person will never drop off, and then you move to a different country, a different league. There's a different way of playing. You're playing in a different position. There's just a lot you have to adapt to, the culture as well around the club. We know what he was used to back there at the French club. We know there in Ligue 1 Uber Eats, there he was the king, he was the president, and now he's moving away from that into this environment where here you work for the club. Here you are not bigger than the club. The club takes precedence. So there's just a lot that he has to adapt to, and that is fine. I'm not going to talk about his stats because it's more, his stats are okay. They're not too standard, and we've stated the reasons for that. I just think Kylian Mbappé and maybe Real Madrid as a whole, we'll touch on them soon later. They're just undergoing a very huge change, with Kylian Mbappé having to adapt to a different league, a different way of playing, different culture, different country. These things happen. This is not an Eden Hazard moment where he moves to Real Madrid and we never see the best of him. I still think we're going to see the best of him in a Real Madrid shirt. Different situations. With Hazard, it's injuries on top of just being chronically unfit. Those things were huge factors in, his flopping, for lack of a better term, at Real Madrid. But Kylian Mbappé is just a matter of him having to adapt. I think his confidence may be a bit knocked at the moment, but I think he has the mentality to get back up and be that player that we know that he can be the player that we've seen in recent years as well. It's just a matter of adapting to a new role, of which he has to do, by the way. Otherwise, there's going to be huge problems. But I think he can do it. I think we're still going to see the best of him. I still think he's going to improve at the club. And I think eventually Carlo Ancelotti will find solutions, will find the balance. He'll have to. Otherwise, someone else will. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment sections below. What do you think of Kylian Mbappe's time at Real Madrid so far? What do you think of the whole situation with Real Madrid so far? How do you see their season going? All that good stuff. Let me know in the comment sections below. And please, if you're new, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Keep it in.